What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Talk, the #1 real estate podcast in the state of New Jersey. And today we have a legend in the building. We have my good friend and colleague, Lawrence. Now, Lawrence, how do you pronounce your last name? Because I don't want to mispronounce it.
It's McCown.
McCown. All right, that's easy enough. I see the G in there, and it throws me off.
Well, it's not G. It's actually C. It's MCC, man.
Oh, it's MCC?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. I feel so embarrassed. We should just
all right.
redo the entire podcast.
Oh, no, we're good.
No, I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
So how's life? How's business going?
Business is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure you've heard the word on the street.
Yeah.
You know, it's just happening.
Yeah, well, we talk every day. But what's new? Anything exciting on the horizon, like recently?
No, it's just, something. It looks like we're going to have a phenomenal end of the year. We're just going to keep hustling and get it done. And, we're seeing prices that we haven't seen since 2007.
Yeah, definitely. Now, during COVID, were you guys still fully operational with the business, or did you?
Absolutely. We were, we had a banner end of the year last year, and it carried on over. And something we were blessed that we actually had closings while everybody was shut down, and we still had money coming in. And
Right.
Take care of everybody, and it was good. It was
Right.
good. We just really didn't miss a beat.
That's great. So you would say you weren't affected too much by it.
I don't think we're affected at all, to
Yeah.
be honest with you.
Would you say that? I mean, from what I've been seeing and what I've been talking to with a lot of agents, is that if anything, maybe the listing market improved a lot because of COVID.
I think it did, because I think it was a little flat last year. In certain areas in Monmouth County, it was a little flat.
Right.
But due to COVID and the inventory tightening up,
Right.
I think I really believe that New Jersey, we haven't seen some of the market being as busy as in other parts of the country, the Southwest.
Even busier,
Arizona.
you're saying?
Busier, yeah.
Oh, really?
I think New Jersey, we've just been slowly going at a 6% rise each year versus like Texas and Arizona and a bunch of the other states have had booms.
Okay.
We finally got to experience a boom, and that's what we're in right now.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's awesome. So tell me a little bit more about yourself. Let's go back.
Okay.
How did you get involved in real estate in the beginning, and what were you doing before?
Okay. Well, for some reason, I always knew I wanted to do this.
Really?
Yeah, I really wanted to do commercial when I was in high school, and I actually went and got went to college for 4 years on finance, real estate.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And
I didn't know this.
Yeah, went ahead and did that, and then when I graduated, got out of college, we were in the Great Recession of the 80s. And you couldn't give anything away. You couldn't give a house away. You couldn't give a commercial building away.
Man.
So I went into leasing and management.
Okay.
And learned how to do it. And then I was in business with two other guys in Texas. And I got out of that business, and then I retired for several years. And then I came to New Jersey and started my real estate career again.
Wow. Wow. So would you say that, it was good to have your degree to fall back on kind of during that period? Because we always talk on this show about, going the conventional college route versus the non-conventional route, starting your own business, things like that. So would you say that it kind of helped you have that safety net?
To be honest with you, I got my real estate license at 19 while I was in college.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of just spent my parents' money for a couple years, and
Yeah.
Shame on me. But
Listen, it happens when you're younger.
The great thing about real estate is once you graduate high school, you can get a real estate degree.
Right.
Go straight into the business, and it's all about your drive and how much you want to.
Oh, yeah.
How much you want it.
Yeah, you got to be the right type of person, because if you got nobody telling you what to do, really.
Absolutely.
You got to have the motivation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have you telling me every day. You motivate me every day. So, how was your first couple months in the business when you started doing real estate full time?
Okay.
And do you remember your first transaction?
Well, let's talk about whenever I came back and got into real estate here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey, I just moved from Texas. I was pretty much down to my last dollar.
Okay.
And I needed to generate money quickly. So, this was still prior to, computers being such a part of our industry. So I grabbed a newspaper and I was calling for rent by owners.
Okay.
Because I knew that was fast money.
Yeah.
If once you get the listing, then you go ahead and find the tenant, qualify them, and you could have you could be paid within 2 weeks versus the traditional selling of a home, you're getting paid within 30, 45, or 60 days.
Yeah.
So that's what I focused on. If I could do 4 rentals a month, and that was basically, $1,000, that was $4,000 a month. 20 years ago, that was money.
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
Yeah.
And then I slowly started prospecting, cold calling, getting sales listings.
Okay.
And when I came here to New Jersey, it was 1998. and that's right when the economy started to improve.
Okay. And how old were you when you came to New Jersey?
I was late 20s.
Late 20s. Any reason New Jersey? Do you have family out
Just
here?
followed a girl, my friend. Followed a girl.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's a crazy story.
You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I was telling Matthew, who's getting licensed, I was telling him, when you first start, just take whatever you get, especially rentals. It's quick money. You close in 2 weeks. I mean, I had 2 rental listings, and you end up getting so many rental leads from it so that you can just, close a couple a month and make pretty good money, especially starting out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So how much has the business of real estate changed, would you say, from when you first started in it to now? With technology, like you mentioned, technology and everything.
Technology, I mean, yes, it has changed, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I am a dinosaur. I believe in using the phone, cold calling, prospecting.
Right.
Prospecting is the name of the game. A lot of people are using computers and paying for people to prospect for them, using Zillow, using other lead gatherers.
Right.
I still believe in doing everything, naturally.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, financially, it's better.
Yeah.
And you make more money at the end of the year versus spending, tons of money on marketing and advertising and all that other good stuff.
Right.
That's what I've learned through the years.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right because, like you're saying, no matter how much technology advances or changes, you cannot beat that personal, natural conversation of a human to a human. You can't beat that, and that's really how you're going to close a lot of deals if you're talking to people and creating those relationships, which is what you do every day on the calls.
Right.
So that makes a lot of sense. What's something you would say to a new agent who's trying to get the business rolling and just wants some advice on what they should get involved in?
Well, this is the whole thing, man. You need to work your sphere of influence. You need to work every relative, anybody you know. Let them know that you are a realtor. Let them know that you're eager for business, and not just call them once. Call them repeatedly. I have my past clients set up. I call them every other month still.
Yeah.
I have over 17,000 people in my database.
Wow.
We're constantly prospecting our past clients, our sphere of influence. We want that business because there's no better business than a referral.
Repeat business and referrals, yeah. With that database, do you do anything with that, like a daily, or not daily, but like a weekly email, newsletter, anything like that?
Every day, buddy.
Oh,
we
yeah?
Cold call, we prospect, we send letters, we email, flyers, whatever we need to do. But that's constantly where my business comes from.
That's awesome. Yeah. Because I'm trying to get into, I've been doing GeoLeads or neighborhood search, and I'm trying to get a database of just local people in Howell, just the town I'm targeting, and then have a newsletter that comes out once a week where it just gives updates on the market in their area, as well as a part on the bottom with my lender's information and like an update on mortgage rates and things like that, and just send that out to the database every week. And even if they're not looking to buy or sell for 5 years, they just get my information once a week and get information on their neighborhood, what's going on, events. So I think that touching that personal sphere and really targeting in on an area is very important, I think.
No, absolutely.
But because a lot of agents spread themselves too thin. We talked about this a lot on the show too. Right. When you're first starting out, you're running all over the place.
Right, shotgun approach.
Yeah. So would you say for a new agent, should they take that approach or not take that approach because you're trying to get any business you can get?
I understand, and that's the whole point. You kind of come in from desperation. You know what I mean? So you're trying to just grab whatever you can grab.
Right.
But you need to, on a daily basis, schedule what's most important. Most important is, picking your one thing. Your one thing is either referrals, farming, meaning geographical farm, expireds, for sale by owners. But whatever that is, you need to focus on that. Make most of your time on that. So that way, you're focusing on your one thing.
Right.
And then, other parts of the day, you can do the scattered,
Gotcha.
Kind of grab everything you can grab kind of thing.
Right. So it's like a priority type thing.
Absolutely. You need to make sure that whatever you're focusing on, you've time blocked and you're spending the most amount of time on that.
Gotcha. All right, we're going to cut to a quick ad break, and we'll be right back. Just wanted to take a quick moment to thank our sponsor for this episode, Goldfinch Title. Thank you so much. Goldfinch Title is backed by Trident Abstract out of Wall Township, New Jersey, and they are a leader in their industry. Trident has been in business since 1976. At Goldfinch, they have specialized teams ready to respond with solutions tailored to your needs, whatever they may be. This ensures that you receive maximum responsiveness, cost effectiveness, and efficiency. In partnering with their growing network of offices around the globe, they have the flexibility to service national and multinational customers. Communication is key, and from the moment your offer is accepted, Goldfinch representatives will walk you through every single step of the process. Goldfinch has been vetted by most major banks and lenders, and they offer full settlement services, making the process with them simple and completely cohesive. Call 732-547-2242 today to get your quote or to learn more about the company. They look forward to servicing all of your title needs. Let's get into the podcast. All right, we are back. All right, Lawrence, so tell me a little bit more about once you got into New Jersey, started doing real estate, how did you start putting together your team? And tell me more about your team now and how you put the pieces together to get to where you are now.
Okay. All right. Team, I didn't really know what a team was. So I was the traditional realtor. I did as many deals as I possibly could until I just couldn't do it anymore. So I went ahead and hired an assistant who took care of all the paperwork, got that off my plate. And I ran with an assistant for many years. That whole assistant, having somebody just helping me.
Yeah.
And then when I came to Keller Williams, I was introduced to the team aspect, or the team theory of how to leverage, and so we started doing it. And it's been trial and error for many years.
Yeah.
The main thing is to have a great admin, which I feel I do.
Definitely.
And then after that, you go ahead and you get a buyer's agent, and you get somebody to help you with listings, and that's basically how it grows.
Right.
And you want to invest in these people, and you want them to be with you long term. Because we see a lot of teams that it's just a revolving door.
Oh, yeah.
They come in, they leave. They come in, they leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to invest in those people, and I want them to be around.
It's hard to find good people sometimes.
It is, and something you go through quite a few.
Yeah.
But you want to set the expectation of what you're looking for. You want to give them all the tools they need. Yeah. And within 30 days, you're going to know if they're high quality and that you want to keep them around, or if they need to be doing something else. Right.
Mm-hmm. That's basically the way you built it is, the exact way that $1 Million Real Estate Agent, the book, says to do. Go to till you're reaching your capacity, can no longer handle the work anymore, then hire an admin to help you, and then from there you start getting agents. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. I think it's the most organized way to do things, and you keep the most money in your pocket before you start hiring all these agents who you have to then tend to. So it makes a lot of sense. How big is your team right now?
My team right now is about 6.
6 agents?
6 agents. Okay. We are, we're working again on the listing side, and right now in this market, we list one, we sell one, we list one, we sell one. So we're not holding to a lot of inventory for a very long time. Yeah. So, but the inventory we have, we want to squeeze it like a sponge. We want to get every drop out. So we have open houses every weekend. We're advertising. We're doing our different Realtor.com, Facebook. Right. Google, all that stuff. But we want to try to get all those leads from there, and then we go ahead and divide it out to the team, and we want to make sure everybody is doing well.
Perfect. Sounds great. And how many admins do you have? Just one, or?
I just have one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. And how, I know every team's different, so people are curious, how different teams run. How does your admin handle the paperwork for all the agents?
Everything.
Okay. Yep. That's amazing.
And she's been with me for over 7 years.
Yeah.
And we've done 85 deals, and she just doesn't seem to break a sweat.
That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta keep good people like that around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what would you say is your team's number one lead source? Like where do you guys get most of the closings?
It's database.
Database.
We're all working out of the database. We're now trying to integrate into Command. Yeah. I run Top Producer, but we're now integrating into Command and doing what we need to do. But that's what it's all about, is the database. Yeah. How do you like Command? How do you feel with DocuSign now? Well, we have John Meeker on the team, and he pretty much handles that for us. Oh, yeah? Thank God for him. Awesome. And, so, again, my thing is I'm just generating leads. Right. We're generating appointments. We're generating listings. The Rainmaker. The paperwork and all that stuff is for somebody else to do, somebody who's better at it than me. Yeah. And that's what we focus on. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So everybody's asking, and nobody could predict it, but what is your opinion? Where do you see the market going in the next 12 months? Well, I can see what's going to happen till probably, the end of the year. Yeah. And we're going to be in a strong market. Yeah. Right now, as the second slowest time of the year, next to February. Because kids are getting back in school, or all of our schedules are changing,
the holidays
and rotating
and everything
all
too.
that stuff. But it's been strong. I mean, every property that we listed 2 last week. We have multiple offers on both.
Amazing.
Yep. So it's still, it's still strong, and we're going with it.
Yeah. It's a crazy market. I mean, nobody can really predict where it's going to go, but you definitely have to take advantage of it while it's this hot. I mean,
absolutely.
It makes total sense, especially for new agents who are jumping right in. Like I'm a fairly newer agent, but like I saw the opportunity and I'm like, I have to get listings because that's really where the value is right now in the current situation. So for any agents out there who are newer agents and who are just getting into the business now during COVID and during this crazy market, what's some advice you would give to them who they're struggling right now?
Well,
as a final thought,
it's all about the hustle. It's all about your drive. If you're in action, you're going to get action.
Right.
But you've got to take this as a real job, because it's real easy to get sidetracked. When you don't have a boss and
right.
You can do with your time what you want, but you need to structure it. You need to be at your desk, or whatever. However you're prospecting, if you're walking neighborhoods, if you're going to the coffee shop and shaking hands, well, you can't shake hands anymore these days, but
fist pumping.
Exactly, fist pumping. But you need to make that as a routine, and you need to do it each and every day.
Yeah. So have organization, have a schedule, time block yourself, all those things. And I think it's also very important to surround yourself with people who are top producers or people who have been in the business a long time, like yourself. I'm in the office every day, and it's very motivational to have these people around you. And also when you run into roadblocks, you have people that you can express that to, and they can help you with solutions.
Absolutely. And also one thing is, tell everybody your goal. If your goal is to sell 10 houses, you're a brand new agent, you want to sell 10 houses, tell everybody. Yeah,
accountability.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, Lawrence, thank you for coming on the show finally. I'm glad to have you. I mean, you're basically, we work together every day. We see each other every day, so we should have had you on sooner. But you want to shout out where people can find you online, on Facebook?
Something, I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for lawrencemccown.com, and, I appreciate the opportunity, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for coming through.
Bye, buddy.
All right, make sure to leave us a 5-star review if you're watching on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, mgreco Realty, and Real Talk Cast. We will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.